Jack Doherty made the Island Boys broke and homeless, and Jack Doherty is the main person who literally ruined the careers of the Island Boys and their family. Shocking, right? You might say it's not Jack Doherty's fault, but if you found out that Jack Doherty knowingly destroyed the career of the Island Boys, wouldn't you be shocked? That's what happened. Jack Doherty has been compared with Johnny Somali and Vitaly Zdorovetski, but the only difference is that Jack Doherty can manipulate the police and the authorities. That's why he's still out of prison, because Jack Doherty has money, and money talks. But to earn this, Jack Doherty has been ruining the careers of many big names like Joshua Block, the Island Boys, Neon, and many others. In today's video, I will describe and expose how Jack Doherty conspired to ruin the lives of the Island Boys. So let's get started. So Jack Doherty and the Island Boys are two of the most controversial and hated names on the internet. While the Island Boys became broke mostly because of their own fault, their biggest mistake was hanging out with Jack Doherty, and that's how they ruined their careers. Jack Doherty just used them for views and then completely destroyed them. The whole Jack Doherty and Island Boys mess started from the very beginning. When Jack Doherty and the Island Boys first collaborated, it was meant to be a huge opportunity for them. But during that collab, Jack Doherty already showed his manipulative side. He pushed them into doing risky and embarrassing content just for views. From there, they continued working together, but Jack Doherty kept taking advantage of their popularity, slowly setting them up for failure. They did a lot of shady things together. If you remember, there was a time when Jack Doherty brutally humiliated the Island Boys during a stream, and the Island Boys couldn't control their anger.
How many houses do you own?
You got a Rolex. Bro, don't talk about houses you own. You own it like a shack.
What are you getting out of it?
I got more money than you.
Why are you being a baby? Ooh. Hey, stop.
From that moment on, things went downhill. Day by day, the Island Boys kept ruining their reputation because of Jack Doherty's manipulative actions. But here's the truth. People didn't see what Jack Doherty was actually doing behind the scenes to humiliate the Island Boys. Instead, everyone only focused on the reckless behavior of the Island Boys, while Jack Doherty cleverly highlighted those moments to make them look like the real criminals. Not only this time, but another time, Jack Doherty used the Island Boys as a joke for content, treating them like funny characters. Sometimes, you might have seen Jack Doherty start asking the Island Boys things like, "What does equity mean?" And the Island Boys had no idea. Then he would humiliate them by saying they are broke.
Equity is, say you buy your house at $5 million and it's worth $7 million, you have $2 million of equity because you haven't sold it. That's what equity is, buddy.
You didn't sell it because the property you got finessed by it. Nobody wants your property.
Can I say something? What are you talking about? I'm not trying to sell my land, idiot. You don't work hard, bro. That's why you show me your house, bro. Pan around your house.
But after all of this, you'll find the Island Boys still started hanging out with Jack Doherty. Why? Because Jack Doherty knows the Island Boys need money. If he gives them even a little, they won't reject him, because their character never really changes. Whether it's the Island Boys or Jack Doherty, both keep their shadiness. Things actually got worse day by day. Jack Doherty would call the Island Boys to his house, act like the victim, provoke their anger, and then kick them out, like in this video.
Get away from me. You told me to get to your face. Do you not remember?
Face, dog.
Bro, are you serious?
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you serious? Why'd you push me?
Back away.
Why you pushing me? Hold on.
Nothing in your name. Look at him. He's crying.
What did Jack Doherty profit from all of this? He got content, he got views, he got money. But the Island Boys ruined their reputation, earned people's curses, and were publicly humiliated. But if the Island Boys were not shady, Jack Doherty wouldn't have taken advantage of them. This was only possible because the Island Boys were both shady. Nowadays, you'll find people cursing the Island Boys for this kind of reckless behavior. For example, here are some comments from people. One person commented, "Epstein Island Boys." Another said, "Hepatitis A and B in human form." Imagine how people now compare them to germs. Another comment said, "I have no idea what came out of their mouths." Another one wrote, "Honestly, the saying 'stop making stupid people famous' has so much pertinence here." And someone else said, "These young kids have lots to learn. They don't realize how many phases you go through in failed ventures before you figure life out. They messed themselves up too damn early." Here, you can see that people are now totally against the Island Boys. Yes, Jack Doherty ruined their lives, but their shady behavior made them look like criminals in the public's eyes. And Jack Doherty just used this recklessness for his own profit. If that's not enough, imagine this. After kicking out the Island Boys from his house, Jack Doherty called them again, and this time made a video to humiliate them. Just imagine the shadiness of Jack Doherty. But it didn't end there. Jack Doherty even tried to involve the police against the Island Boys. On his own stream, he humiliated them in front of the police. The police even started mocking the Island Boys, and Jack Doherty made them mess with the authorities, all for content and his own profit.
For whatever reason, get away from me. Alright, I'm letting you know, alright?
Hold on, what'd you say?
I said, why are you next to me right now? I'm talking to him.
You act like I'm gonna do something to you.
I don't know you.
I'm sorry about that, sir. Thank you. I have the plate at home. I just never put it on.
Can you just see that? The Island Boys actually acted so low that now even the police are humiliating them. Just look at their expressions. They're completely exposed, broken, and embarrassed by the authorities. And what's next? They even tried to fight the police. Literally, Fly Soldier tried to go at them, and you can see it here.
I know you're trying to get clout and all that too.
Let me get your badge number.
Chill.
No. This had nothing to do with you.
Guys, did you notice that Jack Doherty acted like the Island Boys were a joke in his content? He treated them like they were just toys, nothing more. Jack Doherty's expressions actually made it look like that.
One thing about me is I've never been no. That's one thing about me. Tell that cop to give me his badge number and his name right now. I'm famous. I'm more famous than anybody here. I'll put him up. I'm famous.
Can you just imagine this? The Island Boys have now become complete jokers. He actually wanted to fight with the police, and when they called him infamous, he tried to prove he's famous by saying everyone knows him. Not only that, in another video, while Jack Doherty was being humiliated and rejected by McDonald's workers, he brought the Island Boys to mess with those same workers. This is how you always find Jack Doherty avoiding consequences and blaming everything on the Island Boys.
Dude, we're not trying to troll.
Listen to what we're saying. You are short as in real life. Oh my god. But go to the intercom.
Big, right? Then
This is
Okay. Did you see yourself?
You're broke.
Do you see yourself?
You're broke.
Do you see yourself?
You're broke.
Look what you do to go viral.
You're broke.
Yeah.
What? The Island Boys are saying that the staff is broke? They literally couldn't get food from them and were begging for it. But then the Island Boys are saying the staff is broke? I honestly think the staff's salary is much higher than the Island Boys' monthly income nowadays, yet they're saying he's broke. How disgusting is that? This is just proof of their shady mindset. The staff literally refused to give him food.
What's wrong with you?
No, now we're not getting nowhere.
Guys, look at this. It seems like whenever Jack Doherty was missing his bodyguard, he used the Island Boys as his part-time bodyguards. But we all know the Island Boys have no ability to actually be bodyguards or do anything like that. If you remember, in another video, Jack Doherty got attacked by the Island Boys' wife, who went after Jack Doherty and his girlfriend.
What do you have?
Hey.
Probably a white. Jack, maybe you should fucking put it on you.
Stop. Hey, stop.
That makes me no video.
Stop.
You weren't gonna do anything. That was right here. Where's Stella? Right here, Caleb. Where? Right there. Hold on.
This is proof that the Island Boys are not only reckless, but Jack Doherty also used the Island Boys' wife for his shady plans to make relevant content. Guys, here's the real reason the Island Boys got broke and homeless, and it all comes down to Jack Doherty. From the start, he saw their fame as a tool for his own profit. He humiliated them on streams, provoked their anger, and used their reckless behavior to make himself look smart and gain views. Every time they messed up, Jack made it public, controlling the narrative so the Island Boys looked like the criminals while he stayed clean. He dragged them into chaos, forced them into risky situations, and even involved their wife for content. Because of this, brands, fans, and opportunities stopped trusting them. People only saw their mistakes and recklessness, not Jack's manipulation, so their reputation collapsed fast. Without their reputation, no one wanted to work with them. They lost deals, lost money, and eventually became broke. With no career and no support, homelessness became the result. Jack Doherty didn't just ruin their image, he systematically destroyed everything they had built, all for his own profit. That's why the Island Boys are broke and homeless. Jack Doherty controlled, exploited, and destroyed their career step by step. So guys, what do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments.